Alright, what is going on, people? Just a quick little introduction before we get started. My name is Quinn, and I am the developer of Double Envelopment, the game for which I am making this devlog. Well, a quick little introduction for the game. It is a low-poly RTS battle simulator, and as of right now, it is still in its alpha stage. This is sandbox mode that I am showing, or that I will be showing here in a minute. And as my Steam store page will say, when they approve it, I plan to have this in early access by either mid to late May. Yeah, either mid or late May. We'll see. But yeah, let's dive in and let's show you what we got. So this is what sandbox mode will start out looking like. I know my explosion up there just went off. I'll have to set that to inactive for the final, version. But to start in sandbox mode, you start in space, or yeah, like this, and you want to click the terrain tools button. And what you want to do is go to add and remove terrain. Set a map size, and you have a map to work with. Now, the map editor features stuff like you're able to fill the map with different textures, like snow or sand. We'll go with regular grass. You're also able to sculpt mountains and valleys. Do a mountain or hill. Like that. If you want a valley. Or to flatten it. Make a mesa, plateau, whatever. Now we also have, if you want to add vegetation, trees and stuff, well, right now we have the trees worked out to where you can spawn trees, but the rocks we're having problems with. We'll have that ironed out by the time we go into early release, but if you want pine trees for like a northern foresty look, or palm trees for a tropical look. So that is the vegetation we have for right now. Let's move on to the road system. So here is where you're placing your roads. You have the ability to place roads anywhere on the map when you're not in snap mode. So you have the freedom to do that if you're building your own road networks for cities and stuff like that. Now, if you want to quickly place roads in quick succession, you're going to toggle snap mode right here and choose the road you want. And when you have your arrow close to the end of one road, it'll automatically snap and you just click and it is placed for you. All right, next let's move on to borders. So all right, let's hit country borders. No, wait. All right, putting border markers on the map, you just click one place and then click the next. And it creates this pretty much to simulate a country's borders. Now, for right now, country borders they don't have a huge effect on gameplay other than aesthetic purposes. We may expand on them further as we update the game, but for right now, yeah, the country borders, I mean, they're just for show, really. Now, the cities are the important part. They're the bread and butter of the game. because the whole premise of the game is taking over cities. Well, that's part of it, actually. All right, so here I have placed a city area on the road, and the red box here with these stretched ends, it looks like, you have to be able to capture enemy settlements like this without losing too many of your troops, pretty much. And one way of making it easier to capture settlements is destroying the supply lines, these red boxes, going into the town. Once they're all disabled, all of the enemy units within the town lose health and combat strength. So let's place some enemy units. All right, we got 40. Now, as you can see, the green markers above their head, that means their health is at 100%, or at least not below 67%. All right, so right now, the city area that they are in, let's look at it. Let's see. It's marked as is occupied, so that's good. Now let's go to our units. Oh, and here we'll get to show how we can move units using the direct troops button. Yeah, that's enough. All right, so we have our troops, they have theirs. Now for the enemy stats here, speed, strength, and range, they are usually lower. I think normally their speed's around 50 and their strength is less than 100. But in double envelopment, enemy units start out with higher stats than your units because well, we all know war favors the defender. All right, so direct troops is active. I've set the select size to get all my troops. Now I'm going to click and tell them where to go. All right, their path is set. Now we just click play. Let's get a better view. Yeah, let's get a better view. All right, let's watch the supply line in the city, because this is one of the main mechanics of the game. All right, supply line is gone. City is set to encircled, so let's take a look at the enemy units. See, all of their health indicators are yellow. So that is one of the major mechanics. They lose health and strength and range when the city is encircled, when it loses its supply lines. All right, so this should be pretty easy for my guys to take care of right here. Yeah, we're also going to work on the sound. Right now there's no sound in the game, but we'll definitely add some sound. I mean, at least gunfire and explosions. I mean, it's going to be early release. All right. No longer is occupied. All enemies are down. And all right, is captured. And all of my units have healed completely, which is another major mechanic. Units heal completely if they are inside a city when they capture it. I know they don't look too happy still. Now, aside from the city takeover mechanics, let's take a look at some of the other sandbox mechanics we have. So here let's place some buildings and blow them up. How about that? All right, we got some standard small houses right here. And right here we have a standard army tank. Now, what do we all think will happen when I click from point A to point B? What do we think is going to happen? Going through this pink house. Ooh, knocked that pink little house down, didn't it? All right, you know what? I don't like that red house either. Or that white one. So let's set them on that path. So for right now, that's all we're going to be showing in this dev blog. We will definitely be showcasing more of the game later on. Maybe sometime next week even, but we're going to keep working on this. We're going to keep improving on it. There will definitely be more to see as we work on this, and definitely when the game comes to early release. But just so you know, this channel is still going to be the main source of updates for this game for some time. Thank you for watching.